Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Sugar Bush Farms. We're working on the combine today. We're just getting ready for fall. I've already gone ahead and done a couple things. I put the screens on the doors here. Let me grab a flashlight. I did have to do a little bit of welding just because, well, I noticed this summer, but we're just gonna kind of kick the can a little bit. I did have to weld right there, right here. There was a hole there. I had to put a little bit of filler material in the back, and then I just kind of welded it. It's pretty thin. This winter it's gonna have to get changed. On the top of the clean grain elevator at the head pulley, there was a little bit of a hole. I put about a plate about that big and welded it on there. And then also I put this flap on here. Well, we had a plastic sheet that's actually sitting right there. Right here to deflect the stuff coming out of the back of the combine onto the spinners. Well, from factory, they're supposed to have something like this, and ours didn't have it. I think what they did was they removed the sieves, and someone removed the sieves and didn't put this back on there. They didn't really see the value in it. So I made my own out of a piece of angle iron. Well, it's aluminum, but you know, same idea. And then on the inside, there's another just flat piece of aluminum, maybe an inch thick, that goes across the whole length. That acts as a washer for this, and then 5 or 6 bolts. And well, we'll see how it does this fall. I like how it wraps around the spinners a little bit, and then it also covers this area more. It should improve the spread pattern. That's my hope. If anything, it just looks a lot better than that yellow piece of poly that we had. On the inside of the machine, I'll show you what I got going on. Where'd my flashlight go? Just because, well, I noticed this summer. Oh yeah, I use it over here. On the inside of the machine, I've got my board in here. I'm spinning around the shopping knives. You can see, well, they're pretty round. They're pretty rounded off. So we're switching them. Would this work for one more year? Probably, but might as well do it. We're in the shop. I guess I'll time lapse the rest. I guess. You guys want to watch that? You know, another day, another nickel. Kind of jumping into this, but on the 2388s, the only thing I don't like about them is the cup holders. You can see they're pretty shallow. I mean, there's maybe 1.5 inches depth there. I bought a 3D printer, and well, I designed a cup holder that's quite a bit deeper. They're about 3 inches deep, maybe a little bit deeper than that. And well, they just slide right into the factory slot. I got them listed on eBay. If you want one, go on and buy one. They're made to order, so you know, if you order them, it might take a day or so because they take about 12 hours to print. Links in the bio. If you want one, go look down there for one. It's not an absolutely necessary purchase, but you know, it's a quality of life thing. I don't know, I enjoy mine. All right, well, on to the video. We're raising and lowering the feeder house on the combine, and well, we noticed a oil leak. Noticed an oil leak under there. Well, I got it marked up here. I just gotta take it apart. My hope is there's not too much oil in there that's gonna drain out of there because it's behind a bunch of valves. That's my hope. I don't know for sure or not. Because if not, well, you know, there's like 15 gallons of high train in these things. All right, please don't drain a bunch of oil. All right, well, it's not like absolutely pouring out, and it's just dripping. I'm gonna go with it's slowing down. Now we just gotta, I need some side snips and this might be interesting. Might not be able for you guys to see, I don't know. It's that line right there, so we'll see. I don't know as if I'll be able to put you guys anywhere to see it. I'm just gonna get it. We got the bottom one off. I had to crawl into that tight little space and get it out of there. Now I'm gonna go underneath of it and make sure there's no more zip ties tying the two hoses together. I do have it blocked up. Only reason I'm not using this block right here is because it's too low to use it. We were doing some adjustments on the feeder house, and it was a little more convenient to have it at chest level than, eye level. So screw jack under it. It's safe. We're good under here. It's been sitting on that for 2 days now. That little split right there was causing all of our issues. I mean, it wasn't leaking like crazy. It was making, a couple drips when it was up in the air the whole time. So could it have gone probably a week and been fine? Yeah. But then I'd be changing a hydraulic hose out in the middle of the field. Got our hydraulic hose. Once we get this thing on there, we'll take a gander at our list of stuff that's got to get done, and we'll go from there. Okay. Back down through. And it's got a cap on the end of the hose, so it doesn't get shoved. Well, it'll get shoved in the dirt, but it's not gonna fill the hydraulic line with dirt, or at least the end, There. All right, well, that's gotta be tight. Oh, let me get some zip ties. Might as well replace the ones I cut off. All right, there's that done. Go clean my hands, put my tools away, and we'll see what else we gotta do. Oh, what do we got? Wheel drive shaft, grease cert. Gotta fix that, but I'm waiting. I need to get a tap and some grease zerks over here. Oil line at the feeder house, we just did that. That problem, that's solved. The right side was plugging, it needed a new knife. Oil change, waiting on more oil. So, another thing that I've got going on, I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I got a wireless camera right here, and then in the Magnum, there's the monitor for that camera. My idea is so Dad can see what's going on inside the cart, all the time. I mean, I'm still probably gonna have to talk to him about filling it a little bit, but for the most part, he should be able to see, where he's at and where, how full the cart is. The Maxim is hooked up to the no-till drill. We're getting ready to, probably this weekend, we're probably gonna cut some beans and, we're gonna plant some wheat. It's on the early day beans. We're wanting to plant the wheat right behind it, so this is all hooked up, cleaned out. There's a couple springs that got to be fixed this winter on these closing wheels. This spring broke on, I think there's 3 of them that are broke. You don't really need them in wheat. The ground's pretty soft and wheat's not that temperamental like soybeans are. We just got to hook the Magnum up to the grain cart. The bean header's ready to go. I changed maybe 5 guards on the knife sections here, put 2 more fingers in the feeder drum, and I just kind of looked the whole thing over for the most part. I do have to pick the head up off the cart once to take the plates off the bottom, because in wheat, you're wanting a straight cut. You don't really need to put it on the ground unless you're baling all the straw. But for us, we don't, so there's plates under there to make it straight cut. I've just got to take an impact and a 3/4 inch wrench and go across the bottom, take those plates off. Not a big deal. It's like a 10-minute job maybe. But other than that, we're ready to go. We just got to change the oil in this thing, and then we're ready to cut beans. A little bit of maintenance. We're getting close this weekend, hopefully. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.